Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Sunday, August 27th, 2017. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was up 1.32% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 43.27, a high of 43.83, and a low of 42.70. Our top story today, major South Korean conglomerate enters Bitcoin remittance market. That's right, South Korea is getting into the ability to send money with Bitcoin, and they're working with existing companies who already have customers. This could be a major move for Bitcoin remittance in South Korea. Also in Asia, Vietnam PM approves plan to authorize Bitcoin as a form of payment. Vietnam, who previously was very uncertain in Bitcoin when they made their last announcement in 2014, has now turned completely the other way and is supporting the new cryptocurrency. Also, Chinese producer embeds Bitcoin mining chips in household appliance. You might be saying to yourself, hey, that's 21.co's idea. And it is. But 21 stopped doing it instead to focus on the exciting world of emailing people for money. And we've got another story. Bitcoin poised to challenge record after recovering from correction. That's right. It was just 1% of the all-time high. And it might be going up more. We've also got a story. Expert predicts Bitcoin will be worth $20,000 in the next 3 years. Once again, this is Standpoint Mose, one of the biggest and most famous Wall Street research firms. Ronnie Mose from Standpoint Research saying that Bitcoin could be $20,000 within 3 years. And if that's not enough for you, Jihan Wu of Bitmain is confident that Bitcoin will be valued at $100,000 in 5 years. Makes you curious why he's not mining Bitcoin all the time anymore, especially if it's going to be so valued. And finally, does Bitcoin have a mining monopoly problem? Congratulations to Fortune magazine to be one of the first major publications to write about something other than the price of Bitcoin. They even go so far as to use the word cabal, and they quote Samson Mao from Blockstream. Great stuff from Fortune magazine. Check out the link in the description below. We're also joined by Tone Vase for a check of the current markets. How's it going, Tone?
It's going good. It's going good. So let's glance at the markets. We'll talk about the price, and then I guess since Jimmy isn't with us, maybe I'll mention a little bit about the scaling part as well. So the weekly charts, we're about to end the week. Today is Sunday. This is the last day we have for this weekly candle, and this weekly candle is actually looking beautiful. This is exactly what you want. Granted, last week is the all-time high, and if we close this candle the way it sits now, we're set up very well for, like I've been saying, 3 more weeks of upside. Of course, as of Monday, I'm going to be saying 2 more weeks of upside besides the week that's going to happen. So the price is still set pretty damn good. The weekly charts are looking great. Here is the bird's eye view of the daily chart. Yes, we are a bit overextended out of this channel that I've had for a while. And I really should highlight some of the major news events that took place there, but hopefully maybe I'll have time for that. But yeah, we are now right back. So you can see this double top right here. And I have my own tone rule that double tops are like unicorns. And therefore, we are going to break the all-time high and we are going to go higher. How high we're going to go is completely uncertain. Everyone is now on the bandwagon writing about how high Bitcoin is going to go. And that's a bit troublesome. When everybody and their mother is telling you that Bitcoin is going to go to $20,000, $100,000, bad things usually happen. We also have a current situation where people are very upset and are very mad that Bitcoin isn't above $5,000 yet. And again, these are like these unrealistic expectations that are starting to get out of control. And one of the ways that, and me being the ultimate contrarian, sooner or later, probably sooner than later, I will be calling for a correction in Bitcoin. But in the meantime, I do think that we have one more pop in us left. Will this pop take us to only 5,000 or 7,500 is yet to be seen. I do not believe we will be breaking 10,000 on this pop. There will be a correction before we get there. And we all know the fundamental reason for that correction. It's going to be the 2x hard fork, which is why we all say no to 2x. And again, here's the daily chart. We're on number 5. If you're not familiar with this indicator, please check out the videos on my channel, which hopefully will be moving over to this channel in the near future. And there is a slightly more information for it. But I am looking for maybe 4 more days of upside. Hopefully, it will be clearly a higher high. And then we can talk about a slight correction. Just a glance at the indicators down below, just to make sure we're not like in overbought territory. We are a little bit, but not really all that much to worry about. I don't see any patterns here other than these numbers you see above the charts. And this reversal candle right here was absolutely beautiful. We were trying to go live right here as we were trying to hit new all-time high. We came up a little bit short, but it's only a matter of time. I'm still looking for all-time highs in the very near future. The hourly chart is fairly noisy and not really much to see there. Let's glance at the current Bitcoin scaling situation. And as you can see, Bitcoin is now 160% more profitable to mine. And there needs to be clarifications in those articles. The next time Cointelegraph is interviewing Jihan or getting a quote from Jihan about Bitcoin hitting $100,000, you have to ask him specifically which Bitcoin is he talking about, because he's spending half of his time mining Bcash. Same thing for Korea. Anytime, if you are a real journalist in the space and you are talking to anyone out of Korea and they're going to talk to you about how great Bitcoin is, you have to be very clear and ask them which Bitcoin it is, because if they tell you that it's Bcash, they're pretty much a laughing stock and have no idea what they're talking about. But now that Bitcoin is once again very profitable to mine, just look at this. All the miners are off of this mess. I mean, look, they're averaging. So what do we got here? In the last 10 hours, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in 10 hours. So we're talking about 1 block every 2 hours. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, it means that all of those people that were screaming that Bitcoin transactions are not going through, oh my God, they're going through again. The average fee right now is 20 Satoshis per byte. And if you understand about Bitcoin transactions, that is incredibly small. The mempool has now fallen from 40,000 transactions all the way down to under 7,000 transactions. And when I looked at it a little while ago, this was 16. So we're about to drop back to 16 as another block is about to get mined. Okay, so we're all on good terms there. Taking a glance at the last blocks that are being mined. Oh, right there, boom, we have another block. BTC.com this time has mined a block that was over 1 megabyte in size on the Bitcoin chain. Therefore, they're utilizing SegWit transactions. I wish Jimmy was here so I can ask him if the only blocks that actually have SegWit transactions in them are these blocks that have a size of greater than 1 megabyte. And look, they're starting to come through. So now F2 Pool is doing it as well, and we know Bitfury has done it. So these are amazing signs. There you go. Hopefully we can get these things, up to like 1.5 megs and maybe up to 2 megs full of SegWit transactions. And then, the trolls will not be able to complain all about won't be able to complain about Bitcoin system being full. Now, here's a great chart. Once you put inflation in, you see this blue chart right here? So this is basically showing you the inflation rate of Bcash. You see how it started off? Bcash started off, the blocks were being mined way slower, then boom, inflation just explodes, and then it stops. This is completely unstable, and this is the profitability and the hash rate. Here's the hash rate, like drop to a drop like a rock. This is just like completely unstable, and like I know that miners only care about money, but any miner that goes over there back and forth clearly couldn't care less about Bitcoin or its stability. And I don't feel bad about calling them bad actors. That's pretty much all I had to say. Here's another neat site I found that's showing you the next Bitcoin halving, bitcoinhalf.com. And using this site, you can kind of estimate when the halving is going to be, so you know exactly what block is going to take place on. So you can now start running estimates how much faster Bcash is going to reach its halving and over Bitcoin. But I think that's about it for me on the Bitcoin scaling side of the equation.
All right.
And I'm back in the woods, guys.
All right. We'd just like to thank everybody for watching. Remind you to give us a thumbs up. The way YouTube works is they promote videos with more thumbs up. So really, they should incentivize you to give out the thumbs up. And they should be like, wow, you have infinite thumbs up. You can like as many things as you want. And while you're liking this video, be sure to subscribe down below. As you can see, I've taken down my desk. I've taken down my posters. There's a pile of stuff behind me, and I am moving. So it is all happening here in San Francisco for one more day, and then I'll be back in Sacramento. We do have the Vortex, or we do have Vortex's show coming up, the Bitcoin News, around 12 noon right here on the World Crypto Network. So check that out, and then we'll be back tomorrow with the news. Then I've got a meetup on Tuesday. I'm going to be back in San Francisco hosting a panel with some lawyers. We're going to be talking about regulation and the SEC. I'll be sure to live stream that right here on the World Crypto Network. So thanks so much for everybody for watching. It's been great. And also thanks to everybody who's reaching out to me on Twitter and in the comments on YouTube. I've had so many great people offer to host me, offer to show me around all over the world. It's so much so I'm going to have to create a spreadsheet full of all of my friends and all of my wonderful Bitcoin people who want to help me out. And I'm really inspired. And I'm really excited and nervous. And it's going to be super cool. I'm going to go to Europe. I'm going to go to some Bitcoin conferences. But I feel like I've talked too much. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.